Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and today we're going to be making another card. Let's go ahead and get all of our stuff out. I wanted to show you some more DSP here, and this one is really cool from the pressed petals, and I really liked this in here. I mean, it's so nice. So I cut it down. Let me show you here. We cut it down so that it's just that wreath. Now, as a beginning stamper, you could take that, paste it, or glue it, or however you'd like, right in there, and then just take a stamp set. Today we're going to be using the Free as a Bird. Pick one of these greetings and stamp it right on there. Stick it in here, and you've got a card. That quick. But we're going to step it up just a little bit. And so we're going to do, I made a little bit of a background, so I put the base and cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in half. So now we have, let's see, 8.5 by 5.5, and now we're just going to fold that in half. I scored it at 4 1/4. We're going to burnish this down with a bone folder. Ooh, just like that. And then there's no real measurement. I could measure it, but you want to do it on your own. What you do is cut the paper down to what you need, and then I cut this crushed curry piece just a little bit, very lightly, if you could see, bigger than that. And that's just going to give you a little teeny tiny pop. That's going to make that stick out. See that little pop of yellow there? So we've got that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my snail adhesive. We're going to get that right on there. I'm going to move this piece out so I could see a little bit better, because what we want to do is we want to line up, make it very thin there, make sure everything's lined up, and then it should go all the way around. There we go. So now we have a nice little thin line of crushed curry, which is framing that in there. And then we want to decide which way we want this to go. And you could see, because we cut this down, it's not a perfect frame, and I didn't want it to go like this. I actually wanted it to go a little bit lower. If you want a perfect frame, you could cut that 1/2 inch off and get a real nice 1/4 inch border all the way around. But I actually want it to look kind of like art. So I'm going to leave this part up here and just frame this part down here to be the 1/4 inch. Actually, it's an 1/8 inch there. So I'm going to go ahead, and for this one I'm going to use some Tombow because I want to be able to move it around just a little bit before the final. So we just put that on there. And then I have decided which way I want that. And now you see we can move that around there. Get that nice and straight. And once this dries up, once that mono adhesive dries up, it is staying there. So we've got that done. Now let's do some stamping. We'll set that off to the side for the time being. I am going to use the punch. Let me grab it, actually. Okay. That was the only thing I wasn't prepared with. Okay, so I've got the punch here. And then I decided that I liked this, "Your friendship means the world to me." I have this one here. I'm going to set it off to the side. I took a piece of the crushed curry. I'm going to go ahead and punch that out as well. And then this color here had a little bit of crumb cake to it, very lightly, and I wanted that all to come together. So I'm going to use this, and we're going to see how it works. So these are those new cling stamps, so they stick on there really well. Like, you just stick it down on there, and it's stuck real good. So we got that on here, and I'm going to get out some rich razzleberry, just to keep everything in line, because I just love, you don't even have to think about all your color combinations. So we're just going to stick that right in here, hold that down just a bit and let that transfer over, and there we go. So that's a really pretty stamp. It says, "Your friendship means the world to me." Now we can take this guy and really line him up. So even if you did it crooked, you could still go back in here and line this up real nice. And there we go. And again, I want to have a little bit of a border and put all these colors together. So I'm going to take these guys here and a pair of scissors and just cut right up the top of that. I'm going to come back over here with this Tombow again, because I want to be able to move it around a little bit. And we're going to put a little border around there. And match that up real nice. And we're going to do the same with the other side. Matching those up real nice. Not a big, huge border, just a little guy. Again, we just want to frame everything. And then we're going to do the same here. Woo. Pick that little bit of glue up, otherwise it'll stick to everything. And we're going to get that little border as well. Just a little guy, nothing huge. And it's so funny that even though it's just a little, it still makes a nice impact. And we're going to do the same thing here. Just move that around till we get it exactly how we like it. And you could do this, I mean, you could do a whole rainbow if you'd like. All the way, the whole rainbow of color. And now, we can put that right on here. So I'm just going to grab my dimensionals. When I get down to the edge like this, I kind of start using the edges. So I just use all these extra little pieces here and there. And then I'll put one on each side. And actually, I think I'm going to set this off to the side for just a minute because I'm going to use these little guys here, the Petals, the pressed Petals Washi. And let me show you. I showed you before how to do it, and then I've been playing with it, and I come up with a little bit easier way. So let me go ahead and show you. I took a circle punch, and I'm just going to punch out a circle, any color, but I chose white because this does build a white background there. Then what you do is you take your little petals here and you just stick them around. See how I do that? And then I just take 4 all the way. So watch how quick and easy it is to make these little flowers. So I go whoop, straight across. Just I'm matching up the white and having them touching. And then you just keep doing this. So that white is going to actually just be a nice little base for you. See there? Then you can take your embossing buddy, which we do sell this. You're just going to take your embossing buddy, and I just leave it flat, and I just push this right on there. And you can make these in advance because they're not going to be sticky. What happens is the powder that's on here stops that stick. So these aren't going to stick anymore. So once we get that, now we're going to add some leaves or petals. And the way that I do that is I just take my thumb and push down the parts that I don't want sticky. And then you take this and you put it in there, and you see how those petals are sticking up. So I'll just finish this off real quick since I'm already building it and I only have 3 more to go. And we'll build a whole entire flower. I mean, these petals are so many of them too. I don't even know exactly how many, but there is a good amount. I've made multiple flowers. This I really love. You can make them as big as you want. If it gets stuck, you just go to the next one. And it doesn't have to be perfect because, you guys, they're flowers. Flowers grow however they want to grow. So I'm going to take that last one. And I have found that 8 is a really good number for that, as far as the number of petals. And now nothing's sticking to itself. See there? The only part that's stuck is the part I'm holding, that I held with my fingers. So now we've got that. We've got a nice base, so we could just stick it on there. But we need the center of a flower. Guess what? It's all taken care of. We have the Perennial Essence floral centers. So we're going to grab one of those. And I'll tell you, I am shopped just like you guys. So when I see something in the catalog, I'm like, nah, who wants this fuzzy thing? This will be on my next order for sure again, because once I saw them at On Stage, our little convention, and played with them, I fell in love. So I'm just going to stick that right there, and look at that flower we now have. Isn't that so pretty? And it's so realistic. And now we're going to add this little guy. And we have a great place. If you don't, you could just leave the bottom part sticky, but now we have a great place with that 1-inch punch to stick. You could raise it if you'd like. You could do whatever you'd like. And now I'm going to stick it up here toward the top to give it like, almost like a work of art, like hanging. And I don't want it to go above that. So look how cute that is. Now all we have to do, while that's drying, this is the other one that I had made earlier, because I wanted to make sure I showed you guys. This one I left sticky, so it would stick itself down there. See there? Alright, next is this. And so I'm just going to take the backings off. And how quick and easy is this card? One stamp. This background's already done for you and it's super pretty. And then you can just stick this right in the middle. You could stick it under here. You can, wherever you want. I'm going to put it right here. So there we go. And then, I mean, you can just continue or you can be done, whatever you'd like. But you can go with some bling on there. You could go with some pearls on there. There are so many different ways. We've got all these great things that we could use. So many different ideas. So I think I'm going to go with the pearls and put a couple here. I'm going to put one. I love to put pearls right here. It just anchors it for me. I don't know if that's how it is for you, but I love it. And then I'm going to put a couple small pearls on either side. It just makes it super feminine. Very pretty. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to move up just a little bit more. There we go. So there we go. I hope you guys like this. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed already, please click that subscribe button and become one of my beauties here on YouTube. You could also be a stamping beauty on my Stampin' Up! Team. Or if you'd like to purchase anything, this is the code from June 16th through the 30th. I will be doing a giveaway at the end of the month. And you can order here at jeanpiersanti.stampinup.net. Alright, beauties, I will be posting this on my Instagram, so make sure that you check that out. I'm also going to be giving out some information sometime soon on my newsletter, so make sure if you're not signed up, go to beautyandthestamper.com and put your name in my newsletter. Alright, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!